Hey, everybody. The end is near. The end of the Drunkard's Walk season, that is. Not the end of the episode. You're right at the beginning of the episode. But it's me, Jethro Nolan. I'm one of your hosts for Drunkard's Walk, the podcast about stuff. And I couldn't just stuff myself, so I have to stuff with someone else. So please welcome my co-stuffer, Mr. Matt Stuffman. Matt, say hello to the people.
It's not my name, and also I will not be doing any stuffing this evening.
Oh,
Jethro.
you're gonna stuff. I guarantee you're gonna stuff.
You by doing this whole stuffing bit, you really saved yourself, because I was gonna jump on and just pretend it was the end of the episode, and then act like I had left and things like that. But you really, this whole stuffing thing, it threw me totally off that path. So
there you go.
So you've saved us all a ridiculous bit that really wouldn't have gone anywhere anyway. So,
well, I mean, to be fair, the stuffing bit is a ridiculous bit that hasn't really gone anywhere. So I feel like
that's a good point.
It's just, whose pointless bit are we exploring? Yours or mine?
Right. Yeah. A little H&R puffin stuff, if you will.
I thought you were going H&R Block, and I'm like, what does this have to do with taxes?
Oh, it's HR puffin stuff. It's not H and R. I shouldn't have said H and R. So that's
why I got confused. Yeah.
That was my fake out on you, man. I faked out right on you. Sorry for that fake on you, Jethro. Not only is the end of the episode near. Wait, no, it's not the end of the episode. But it is almost the end of the season. You're all right about that, because this is our last episode of season 12.
It is. We did it.
Yeah.
A baker's dozen.
Well, no, that's 13. We'd have to do 13 for a baker's dozen.
I feel like if a baker were taking a math test and they said, what is 3 dozen? And the baker said 39, the baker would get it wrong.
That's true, but I feel like that wouldn't be fair to the baker, because the baker knows the dozen by 13.
Listen, I don't think bakers get their own math.
Mm-hmm. They do.
I really don't think they do.
I don't know if you haven't been around enough bakers, clearly. I can tell you, Emma did quite a bit of baking for a while, and they get what they want.
Wow. I don't think they need to be encouraged in that. I think they need to do the same math as the rest of us.
Well, you can believe what you want, my friend, but that doesn't make it so either. I see how you squeezed a little Star Trek in there. Don't think I didn't notice that. That doesn't make it so. Oh gosh, I wasn't even intending that. I'm glad that it is just pervasive in my brain that I don't even realize I'm doing it anymore.
Absolutely, no, it's always there.
Yeah.
Also, for a good 3/10 of season 9, you were speaking in Klingon. I should have mentioned it before now.
Oh, you ignorant Tobach.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. I guess.
No, it's not good. It's not a good thing. I have mixed emotions about this. I'm excited that we get to wrap the season up here, but I'm sad because it's the end of the season. And honestly, Jethro, we always plan to do another season, but I don't. I've been looking back at our topic suggestions, and we don't really have that many left at this point. In fact,
we've gone through most of Wikipedia. Yeah.
No. There's tons of Wikipedia left, but nobody's submitting suggestions. Our last suggestion came in at the beginning of August, and that was the first one since May. So people just aren't interested in submitting suggestions anymore. I guess either that or it's some sort of, I don't know, diffusion of responsibility or something that's going on.
Do the people know where to go to find the form to submit suggestions and potentially be a guest on Drunkard's Walk?
Yeah, they sure do. Well, if they've listened to any episodes at all, they do, because before every episode, Jethro, and I know you don't listen, so you wouldn't know this, but before every episode, I do a little prelude. I do a little, hey, thanks for listening, and a big thank you to Jesse L.E. for our theme music and Nick Carmio for our artwork. And then I say, make sure you check out our link tree and make sure you give us topic suggestions. I say it every week, basically, and it's falling on, dare I say, deaf ears.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Also, I think we've thanked Jesse Ellie and Nick enough.
I do it every episode, man.
I know you do. I feel like they've been overthanked.
No,
they haven't thought about us for years.
Well, that's fair, but that's also okay for them, because they don't need to. We think about them all the time because they provided the great artwork and music that we use in every single episode.
Okay. All right, fine.
They earned it. And you know who else earned a little bit of praise, Jethro, is I got to give a shout out to Jason Hunter, who became our latest Patreon member. I did a shout out in one of the preludes that I just mentioned, but I wanted to make sure I did it in the middle of an episode here so that you also, Jethro, could say thank you to Jason.
Super. Awesome. I say thank you to Jason. Thank you
There
very
you
much.
go. There you
It's
go.
greatly
It's awesome.
appreciated.
Here's another thing, Jethro, that I have to point out because, as I said, I was looking through our topic suggestion sheet that we have. We have a spreadsheet that comes in when people submit their suggestions, and I was going through and I was kind of like checking off and like making sure that I, recorded when people had been on and all sorts of things like that. And I was going through and I saw the suggestion of Aphantasia. You remember Aphantasia?
Oh, yeah, I remember Aphantasia. Of course I do.
Yeah. Yeah, we did that early in this season, and Brett
This is
Bavar
it.
was on.
Definitely feels like a Brett Bavar.
Yeah, it absolutely was. But here's the thing, Jethro.
Yes.
When I was looking at our sheet, it wasn't Brett's suggestion that I was looking at.
It wasn't.
It was a different person that gave the same suggestion, and it was John Craven, who I don't know if you remember or not, last season gave us the suggestion of Patty the Wanderer.
There you go.
So I was tracking through here, and it turns out that Brett submitted that suggestion back in July of 2024, and in September of 2024, John made the same suggestion. And I think that may be the first time I have seen that on our sheet that we actually have the exact same suggestion coming from two different people.
Fantastic. Wonderful. Well done.
Crazy.
I
thought that was crazy.
That is the spirit of Drunkard's Walk, though.
Yeah,
That-
it is.
That randomness will lead you back to the point of origin. That is exactly the whole ethos of this podcast.
Yeah.
If in fact we have an ethos.
Yeah. Well, and if John is listening, I just wanted to make sure that I acknowledge that. So I'm sure he must have, if he's still listening, heard the episode this season and probably thought, oh, I gave that topic suggestion. And I wanted to make sure, John, don't worry. We did actually get it from two different people. We didn't just take yours and give it to somebody else.
He's not hearing you, Matt, because as soon as he heard us give Brett Bavar credit for it, he hurled his Zune into a lake.
Oh, no, not his
I'm
Zune.
not listening to these idiots anymore.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, and that's possible, too, because I believe he was in New Zealand, right? And there's a lot of lakes in New Zealand.
So many. There's a big lake that surrounds New Zealand. In fact, it's so big they call it an ocean.
Is that what they call it? They don't call it the Pacific Lake anymore?
No, not anymore. It got rebranded.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart. I love it. Well, it's been a good season. It's been a lot of fun jumping around Wikipedia with you, man. We started way back in July, beginning of July, with Bobo Brazil was our starting point. So that's where we'll be headed today. But I don't know. Before we go there, you got any standouts from this season? Anything that you look back on and you say, "Oh man, I really loved that one."
I mean, I love Nun Pizza with Left Beef. I had not previously heard of it, but it's just the kind of like I wish the kids today knew what the internet was like in the early days. All right. First off, it was all porn, and then it was porn and goofy stuff, right? And that was like the magic era, because if you didn't want the porn, you didn't have to see the porn. You could just enjoy the goofy stuff. But if you like goofy stuff and porn, it's a paradise. But then brands got involved and companies got involved and they fucking ruined it.
Yeah.
And now it's just an outrage machine that makes you mad at how the world is. But yeah, in the early days of the internet, things like Nun Pizza with Left Beef, they were ubiquitous. It was a paradise.
That's true. And it felt much more like you were, when you did know about a particular, I guess we would still call it a meme at that point, because memes have been around longer than that. You felt like part of an exclusive club.
Oh yeah.
Because it wasn't so, things weren't so pervasive. And I'm sure that there are still things on the internet today where people feel like they're part of an exclusive club, and I just am not part of that club, so I don't know what they are. But I do remember certain things being like, oh my gosh, I know that. I know Magical Trevor or whatever it might be, or Badgers, or like all those stupid the Honey Badger. Remember Honey Badger? And
I remember honey badger. But when you said badgers initially, were you referring to a badger, badger, badger,
Badger,
badger,
badger,
badger,
badger,
badger,
badger,
badger,
badger,
badger,
badger.
badger,
Yeah.
badger, badger,
Yep.
mushroom,
Yeah.
mushroom?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yep.
Or how about before that, peanut butter jelly time?
Oh, peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Remember
Chrissy
that?
and
And how,
I put that song in a show we did in Chicago back in 2003.
of course you did. How about hamster dance?
Oh yeah, I wanted to kill the maker of that though. That was Amsterdam's was like don't even start it. Don't start it. Don't start it.
It was
I've
just, you know what that music is from, though? You know what that music is originally from?
that is from the Disney's Robin Hood, right?
That's right. That's right. And I feel like there were a lot of people that didn't realize that at the time because it was so sped up and didn't sound like. And then, people hadn't watched that Robin Hood since 1973. And yeah, they were really
Tell
missing
you
out.
what, that fox can fuck. That fox, that fox is fucking. All right. I don't care if it's a kid's movie. He's not wearing pants.
Sure.
He is a horn dog.
Yeah. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. That's my Robin Hood right there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen the Errol Flynn Robin Hood on which that one was loosely modeled?
I have not. Well, if I ever watched the whole thing straight through, it was long enough ago that I don't remember. But I've definitely seen bits and pieces of it, and I've seen side by sides where they show the two. Because there are some things that I feel like were like pulled straight out of. They animated it so that it was almost identical in the scenes.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing. It's
yeah. Oh, for sure. But that's and again, that's what the internet was. And in fact, I remember even times before it was really the internet when it was still BBSs. Remember, did you ever
the bulletin boards? Yeah.
Yeah, use your modem to sign on, and then there were BBSs, and then there was Prodigy and CompuServe and AOL and all of those things where you could log on and but when you said porn. The first thing that I remember being even close to porn was when they had the ASCII pictures that they would create, where they weren't even actual like images. They were just somebody had taken the time to build an image out of ASCII figures, essentially. What a ridiculous pastime that must have been to build those.
Never underestimate the ingenuity that teenage boys will exert to try to see boobs.
Yeah,
like it is their sole goal in life.
Mm-hmm.
And even a simulated boob from commas and slashes and parentheses will hold the wonder of a teenage boy for months.
Yeah.
Since that's as close as they're likely to get.
That is true. And you know what I was thinking about, Jethro, too, when you mentioned boobs, was boobs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Boobs are great.
No, I was thinking about the green glass door. Do you know about the green glass door?
I don't know about the green glass door.
So boobs can go through the green glass door, but breasts cannot.
I feel like this is all a setup for what will undoubtedly be a very unsatisfying punchline.
No, it's not. It's not a punchline. It's a riddle. It's a riddle thing. You have to ask me if certain things can go through the green glass door, and I can tell you yes or no, and you have to try to figure out what is it that can go through the green glass door and what cannot.
Oh, okay. So boobs can go through the green glass door, but breasts cannot.
Right.
Can kangaroos go through the green glass door?
Yes, they can.
Okay, because they have double letters.
Well, first of all, you gave it away. You didn't need to give it away. You could have just given some more examples, and then other people could have tried to figure it out. But yes, that is it.
No,
I
figured it out, and I'm tired of it.
Oh, no. All right. Thanks, everybody. This has been Drunkard's Walk.
All right,
end of the podcast.
No, let's do a good 45 minutes of me guessing, and then you can edit. You can drop it back in. Hey, can General George Custer go through the green glass door?
I'm not going to do this with you anymore.
Wait a minute. Can a mail carrier holding two letters that are identical go through the green glass door?
Letters? Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Mail carrier? Yeah, carrier can go through.
Okay, hold on a second. Can my friend Jack, who is redecorate, his last name is Johnson, by the way.
Okay.
Jack Johnson, all right?
Okay, yeah,
and
sure.
he is putting up a monogram on his house, and he's carved out his initials.
Mm-hmm.
Can he go through the green glass door? He's carrying both of his initials.
No.
They're identical letters.
No.
Jack Johnson. All right, fine. Well, my thesis has been destroyed.
I'm ruining it for you. I'm just going to change things up from time to time. Just like we change it up when we're walking through Wikipedia. You know what I
Oh my
mean? We
God.
don't stay on the
Yeah,
same page. We
we
go to a
don't.
different page using the links that are on that page to try to find. Just like this conversation has been very stream of
Meandering,
consciousness, right? And
pointless.
yeah, exactly. Just like our podcast.
Okay, there you go.
I
Yeah.
feel like it paints the right picture for the listener in case this is their first time. But I wanted to go back and say that there were a couple things that I really enjoyed this season.
Do tell.
One of them was Olo.
Ah,
Um,
yes, the
I thought
impossible color.
learning about that was really cool. And then I really liked that we got to go to Buffalo, 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 Buffalo.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was. You know what page we can never go to because it's a page that theoretically exists, but you can't see it unless you have your brain stimulated. It's Buff Olo, Buff Olo, Buff Olo, Buff Olo, Buff Olo, Buff Olo,
How
Buff
did we
Olo.
not make that joke the first time?
I was saving it for this moment.
Really? Good for
No,
you. You have a
no,
little
no,
bank of jokes,
no, no, no.
little book. This is
It's
I'm working on my stand up. Here's my little book. Let's set it out
I'd
here.
like to do a tight five on
I'm
Buffalo,
gonna
Buffalo,
do.
Buffalo, Buffalo, Buffalo. You guys ever think about English language and impossible colors in here in upstate New York?
Why are you Jay Leno doing this bit?
Because I'm making fun of it. And
Uh,
if you're gonna make
he's
fun
the
of a stand-up, make fun of Jay Leno.
is he the one? He's the guy. All right.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
he's earned our ire.
He's earned your ire. You know, I saw Jay Leno once in Columbus, Ohio.
Did you know?
Yeah, he was in a pizza shop that we went to after an improv set there. And in fact, I think you were in Columbus at the same time, weren't you? Didn't you go to the Nest festival the
I
same time
did.
that
I
Eight
did
Bit
go to
did?
the Nestival, yeah.
Well, we went to the Mellow Mushroom after that set, and Jay Leno showed up because he was doing a show in town, and I guess they brought him there to eat, and there he was, just hanging out in the same pizza place.
He's just like a regular person.
No, he was not nothing like a regular person.
Did he tell a bunch of Monica Lewinsky jokes?
Didn't talk to him. Didn't talk to him a bit. Just saw him ordering pizza, and we're like, "Hey, that's Jay Leno over there. It is Jay Leno. Look at that. That's crazy."
Yeah.
And what else are you gonna do? Walk over and be like, "Hey, we do comedy too," or maybe we
That's
do comedy. How about you?
Yeah, no, that's the absolute death is that I like, oh yeah, I gotta go reinforce my incredibly low status compared to this person in this art I hold dearly. No
Yeah.
thanks. Hard pass.
Yep. Yep. That was it. That was it. That was a good time. It was neat. It's neat. It's always neat seeing a famous person because you're like, hey, look, they really do exist. It's not just some sort of AI generated meme.
Not yet anyway.
Back to memes. Well,
There you
I think Jethro, we should start this walk. I think we've dallied enough and
we have in fact.
pretended to enjoy each other's company. So let's get into it.
Indeed.
We're going to be going from the Pennsic War to Bobo, Brazil. We have to do our traditional starting things though. We have to
Yeah.
guess and we have to talk about drinks. Are you having a drink this evening?
I am having a lime LaCroix or LaCroix,
Oh,
I guess
LaCroix, yeah.
for the non-fancy people.
The non-fancies, yeah. Yeah.
What about you?
Final episode of the season. You're not celebrating. You're not having a. It's the start of the break, the start of our
I'm
vacation.
I'm tired. I celebrate enough even when we're not recording that I don't think the odd night away from drinking is
No.
harming me.
Well, all right.
What about
Well,
you? What do you have? What do you got there?
Yeah, I got a drink here. I got one of my little bottles. It is a German rye whiskey.
A German rye whiskey.
Yes, it's called Stork Club Straight Rye Whiskey. And it soars from the heart of Germany, nestled within the idyllic Spreewald Biosphere Reserve near vibrant Berlin. This whiskey embodies the lush rye fields and rich biodiversity of the region.
Do they actually say in bottles?
They do.
That's more humor than I've ever heard from a German company.
Well, it's not a German. This was written by Flaver, which is a New York-based company.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I must say that when you prefaced it as a German rye whiskey and then it had the name Stork Club, I was a little disappointed because I was expecting one of those phenomenal German words that is like 19 different words all smashed together.
Yeah, interestingly, the text says Stork Club Straight Rye Whiskey, but the picture of the bottle says Stork House on it. So I'm not sure what
Storkhaus!
what it really is. Yeah, Stork
Yeah.
House. Yeah, I think it's going to be house. I don't know why it says club here anyway. But yeah, I've never had rye whiskey from Germany before.
Nobody has.
It's not bad actually. I'm not a huge fan of ryes as I've mentioned many a
And
time
yet,
on
and
here.
yet you keep buying them.
Well, I didn't buy this. Remember, this is still part of my what do you call it? My advent calendar.
Your advent calendar, man,
Yeah.
we are different people. I would have burned through that advent calendar in like a week.
Well, but see, I purposely saved these little bottles so that I wouldn't have to go buy new whiskey every single time we were going to record another episode.
You could just
Right? It
drink the
was,
same whiskey all the time. That's what I do.
yeah, I didn't want to do that though. I wanted to do something different. You realize I've basically had a different whiskey every time we've recorded. I have repeated a couple, but for the most part, I've done a different whiskey every time, and we've done 182 episodes.
So, listeners, write in. Tell me your favorite Matt Hartman whiskey reveal that you remember from the 180 different whiskeys Matt has sipped on the show. I want to hear like just your top 20 or 30 whiskey reveals that he's done, and tell me how it changed your life versus the horribly predictable Jethro Nolan Woodford Reserve or I forgot, so I'm drinking this liquid I found in the
You have
in the
you have
parking lot of a
larceny from
gas
time to
station.
time. You have
Yeah.
larceny.
There we go. All right then.
I don't know. I think it's kind of impressive that I've had some. I guess there've been a couple where I haven't had a drink. I've had water some of these times.
That's fine too.
I had a couple.
Water's like free whiskey.
One time I had a Pepsi Zero Sugar. It says.
Oh, look at that.
What was I doing there? I had
Was
an
that?
NA Guinness one of the times. Well, anyway, I'm not going to go back through and relive all these, but
No, read them all right now. Wait a minute. Could your beverage choices go through the glass screen door?
some of them could.
Oh,
I think maybe I'll save it for whenever I decide to filibuster someday.
Good
I'll
deal.
save this list, and then that'll
Excellent.
get
I
me
love
through a
it.
couple of minutes.
I love it. I love it. All right. We've guessed our numbers. We've
Yeah, I didn't guess my number yet. Hold on, I didn't guess my number.
well, it
I
doesn't
didn't even
matter
tell
because you've
you.
already won the season. So
But I didn't even tell you that our average this season is 5.5, and our average overall is 5.56.
wow. Amazing.
We're getting right into it, man.
I'm going to change my number now.
Not
All
me.
right. So we are going from the Pennsic War,
Hey,
which is
wait.
what?
What am I getting because I won this season?
Uh, you're getting a delicious Sharpie marker. Yeah. What do you want? Steaks? You want bourbon? You want steaks? Steaks
I
or
thought we were
bourbon
do-
are the traditional Drunkard's Walk.
I think we were doing bourbon, so
All right.
just stick with
I
that.
will buy you a bottle of a bourbon you've already had before.
No, it has to be something new, or else it's no good.
All right. I
Throw it
will roll
right
the
in the
dice
sewer.
on some crazy ass bourbon for you. How about that?
Rock and roll. All right. Now, what were you saying about the Pennsic War, sir?
Pennsic War is where we're starting, Matt, on the Wikipedia page of the Pennsic War. And that is, of course, an annual American medieval and Renaissance camping event held by the Society for Creative Anachronism and is a, quote, war between two large regional Society for Creative Anachronism groups, the Kingdom of the East and the Middle Kingdom. It is the single largest SCA event with more than 10,000 people attending each year. And it happens just north of Pittsburgh.
That's true. That's true. I assumed that Penn was referring to Pennsylvania and the fact that it's in Pennsylvania, but I am not seeing that actually spoken about here.
So I believe that it is if I had to guess, I'm not seeing a description of the origin, but if I had to guess, I would say that it is a play on words for the Punic Wars, but they've inserted Penn because of Pennsylvania. So it's the Pennsic Wars rather than the Punic Wars. Although I will point out that the Punic Wars, I believe, vastly predate the era of medieval and Renaissance time that the Society of Creative Anachronism is traditionally associated with. So it may be fun wordplay, but it's sloppy history, and I won't.
Well, hold on. You're assuming that that's what they are referring to, and
Yes.
then judging them based off of the fact that it doesn't fit historically. Maybe it's not what it refers to.
Do you have an explanation that's more accurate? Because, by the way, assuming that you know what they mean and judging them based off of your incorrect assumptions is the American way, Matt. That's what we do.
I see. No, I see nothing. Well, I do see that there is a video documentary that exists, so maybe I will check that out and it will give me more information. But there is nothing on this page that either confirms nor denies what you have just said. So I don't know.
Okay. Well, I feel like somebody out there is gonna listen to this, probably get mad at me and throw their Zune in a lake. And hopefully they'll write us an email when they do, and they can take me to task for my clumsy and inaccurate assumptions regarding the etymology of Pennsic in the
Hmm.
Pennsic. But
Oh
that
gosh. Did you
is
did
neither.
you did you read the incomplete history of Pennsic?
I did not.
It
Where
says
is it?
one day, almost 30 years ago, Car Cariadoc of the bow, or of the bow, perhaps of the bow, the king of the middle, got bored with peace and declared war upon the east. Loser to take Pittsburgh.
Okay.
The king of the east read the declaration of war, filed it away, and forgot about it. Time passed. Caradoc moved to New York and subsequently became king of the east, whereupon he retrieved the declaration from the file cabinet and said, "Let's fight." The middle won, and Caradoc has the distinction of being the only king who declared war upon himself and lost. It says
Fantastic.
nearly every person who attends Pennsic has heard this story, and nearly every element of the story is incorrect.
Nice. There you go. So if my little etymological exercise is incorrect, it's in the spirit of this event.
Hmm.
There you go.
There you go, indeed. Why would the loser take Pittsburgh? I don't understand. That just seems mean.
Uh, Pittsburgh is not always highly regarded by people who have not experienced its delights.
What?
I know, I know.
This seems
It does.
unheard of.
Listen, I get it. I get it. But we are trying to find our way towards Bobo Brazil
Oh,
and
Brazil. Yes.
the wrestling arts.
Yes. Yes.
So there is a link to theater here. Um,
Mm.
that's something I see that is a possibility because wrestling, as we all know, is a type of theater.
Hmm.
What do you got? You got anything?
I mean, I see a lot of things that are linked in here similar to theater, like acrobatics and dance and juggling. There's also references to combat, heavy combat, fencing, archery, which are, combat, fencing. These are types of like, um, like fighting, as is kind of wrestling. So maybe that is the path on which to
Yeah.
take.
Uh, yeah, I like that. I like that.
Acrobatics, perhaps as well. Acrobatics, I feel like there's oftentimes some crossover in the types of clothing worn by wrestlers and acrobats.
Yeah, and it's certainly an acrobatic sport. They jump off the top rope. You got to know
Yeah,
what you're doing there.
yeah, exactly.
Um,
Chess, very similar to
nope,
wrestling, right? Because
nope,
you're always
nope,
playing a mental chess game with
nope,
that other wrestler.
nope, nope, nope,
So
nope.
I think you
Yeah.
are.
I'd go with acrobatics. I like that.
You
Is
like
that
that?
is that where you are? Is that where you're
Yeah,
at?
yeah. Let's go to acrobatics.
Acrobatics it up.
What could go
Let's
wrong?
flip on over to acrobatics. And now we need to get to wrestling from here. Oh, I see sporting as a link.
Ooh, I see professional wrestling as a link.
What? Where? Where? How? When?
Just to the right, there's a series on performing arts, acrobatics, ballet, circus skill, and we go down to the P's. Professional wrestling
Oh, well,
is
hell,
right there.
how are we not clicking on that?
I think we have to. I think that's the way to go. I think, yeah.
There
I
we
don't
go.
unless Bobo Brazil was also an acrobat. Do we know?
Who knows?
Well,
Who's
I
to
gotta check
say?
for sure and make sure that Bobo Brazil's not on this page.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I
Contortionist.
don't.
Bobo Brazil. No,
No, yeah,
no,
no,
he's not on.
not seeing Bobo Brazil on here.
Although
I do see the
let's
Olympics.
before we jump and actually click on this,
Yep.
the list of other performing arts: acrobatics, ballet, circus skills, clown, dance, gymnastics, magic, mime, music, opera, professional wrestling, puppetry, speech, stand-up comedy, street performance, theater, and ventriloquism.
Yep.
Like professional wrestling does seem a bit of an odd man out in that list.
It does feel that way, yes, but there it is. I don't understand why,
Yeah.
but it is there.
And
So,
I will point out that improv not listed. So
well, Yeah, I'm
Improv
surprised
gets
it. I'm surprised
less
it's
respect than
stand-up
professional
comedy
wrestling.
is on there,
Yeah.
but not improv. Yeah,
Yeah. All right, shall we?
let's do it. Professional wrestling.
Professional wrestling it is. And wow, they've got a Christopher Daniels performing a flying crossbody on Johnny Storm over here in the first picture on the right.
Ooh, well, I not doesn't
Amazing.
surprise me a bit.
Oh no, no, I tell you what, Johnny Storm is always getting a flying crossbody thrown at him
Every time that guy.
every single time.
Yeah. So there's a thing on the right hand side, Jethro, that says professional wrestling, part of a series on professional wrestling, and one of the sections under that is notable men.
Notable men.
Yeah, and then there's a list of a bunch of wrestlers.
Oh my gosh, have you found it already? Have you in fact found it already?
No, because Bobo Brazil is not listed in this list.
Oh, that's a damn shame. Now, if I recall, and I probably don't because it's been a hell of a long time since we talked about this,
hmm
but he was like an early wrestler, right?
Not super early, no. Like, I mean, I think like 70s, maybe 60s. But
Okay.
not like super duper early, not like not there's a early 20th century section here before 1949, and I don't believe that he was there because I think he died because he wrestled till he was quite old, as I recall, and died like not that long ago.
Okay.
Now this is me also trying to remember things from a very long time ago, so I could
Yeah.
be wrong. I do recall that he was one of the first African American wrestlers.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that.
If not the first, perhaps. I'm not certain about that. I don't want to
We really
necessarily
should
say that,
have
but
done some kind of study in any way, shape, or form to refresh our, because normally we'll have the guests to tell us all about this thing that we don't know about. And this was, I don't know, probably Mike Rhodes, who suggested this and told us about it. And
well, no, because this was back in season one, so we actually didn't have any information about the person about any of our suggestions in season one. So we were searching Bobo Brazil back then from a we didn't even know for certain that it was a wrestler.
okay. All right then. That's why did we ever give that up?
Because we thought it was more fun to have other voices on our podcast than just us, ballying back and forth.
Wow, I
Ballying,
resent
banding.
banning. I resent sharing it with you.
Oh,
Um,
I understand that.
yeah. Okay, so we could go back to some of the so like Bruno Sammartino. Wasn't he a Pittsburgher? Isn't he from Pittsburgh?
He's not from Pittsburgh. He lived in Pittsburgh, lived in Ross Township. If you recall, we actually did go through Bruno Sammartino one time, and it turned out he was actually from somewhere in Europe, I believe, and came here with his family, and then wound up living here, and identified very much as a Pittsburgher, I believe.
Okay. I do see Andre the Giant here. I see classy Fred Blassie.
Andre the
Uh,
Diet.
Andre the Giant on a diet. Yeah. I'm fine with any of those
So
fellows.
you want to go to a particular wrestler? That's your plan?
I'm open to other ideas, Matt, but
Okay.
if you've got a better idea, let's hear it. Don't just snidely
I,
repeat my suggestion in a tone
I'm.
that suggests disapproval.
You hear what you want to hear, sir. I did not say that in a tone. I was just trying to verify what you were trying to go for. I can't read your mind, despite the
Uh,
fact that we've done this so often that it seems that I should be able to. I
yeah,
cannot.
yeah. Well, what number am I thinking of?
Six?
I was thinking of Jacob.
Oh, see,
See, I tricked you
yeah,
there.
I
All right.
didn't even think about that.
Um, yeah, I mean, professional wrestling is a huge page.
It is.
So it's possible that Bobo Brazil is just on here.
That's kind of what I'm hoping, as a matter of fact. Like, I want that to be the case. I haven't yet seen his name on here, but that doesn't mean anything because, yeah, as you say, quite large, the page.
It is.
And I'm trying to find, like, I was hoping for like in like the history section or something it would mention, but no, I don't even remember what got us into Bobo Brazil in the first place. Like, how did we get there the first time we did this? I have no idea.
Oh, no idea whatsoever. None at all.
Though there is a history of professional wrestling page linked on here,
Okay. And you
which
think if we
which
go
might
there, we'll
be
get what we're looking for?
might be. There's also, I mean, yeah, Yeah, I think possibly. I think that works better than going into a particular wrestler, only because we don't know who he was affiliated with or associated with or who he wrestled or anything like that. So I feel my fear is to go into a particular professional wrestler could lead us down a path that just doesn't actually connect in any
Oh,
way.
have I scared you with how bold I am? Yeah, maybe I
You,
have.
yeah, you are frightening. I will say that about you.
All right then, good.
Yeah, there are
Like to
things
keep
that
you on
scare
edge,
me.
keep you
Yeah.
guessing.
Yes. Oh, yes. I'm always guessing. Um, I'm also rechecking this list to make sure that he is not on it and I didn't just miss it, but I'm pretty sure they look to be in alphabetical order. So
Yeah.
did you check this list also to make sure that I wasn't missing something?
I skimmed it, I took a look. I gave it the old once over.
The once over. Oh,
I
okay.
did. Yeah. I feel comfortable with my once overdom.
All right. Well, that's fine. There's other lists on here and controversies. There's controversies. Um, I don't see him in there. Media outlets, culture. Perhaps there could be a culture thing. No, it
I
doesn't
see
seem to
I
be
see a,
video
I see a
games.
link to Brazil.
Oh, the country?
Yeah. Maybe,
That's I don't think that's
maybe the
going to help
country is
us.
named after him. I don't know.
I do know that he was around after the country was around.
Oh,
So
okay. All right. So he's
yeah,
named after the country. Okay. All right. Then.
yeah, I'm not going to go that far either because that might not even be true. But
Oh, you think somebody just came up with the name Brazil without there
I
being
don't
a
know.
country called that first?
I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe they'd heard of the country, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that's why they picked the name.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Um, yeah, he is not on this page, best as I can tell.
That is absolutely bananas to me.
It is bananas to me too because there are links to people like Gorgeous George and Paul Bowser and Tom and Tony Pax. Uh, but yet Bobo Brazil nothing. So I don't like the fact that he is not on this page. To be quite frank, I really feel like he should be, but alas, he is not. So where do you think where do you like? I mean,
Uh, well,
I
I've
think
already
history. I
listed
think
my
history is
ideas
the way to
and you
go.
poo-pooed them.
Mhm.
So I like Andre the Giant. Um, I'm in the 1970s era there. Uh, I
Mm-hmm.
like Andre the Giant. I like uh Classy Fred Blassie.
What about just going to like something like WWE?
Oh God, I feel like that's tantamount to going to professional wrestling. Like I think,
Yeah, yeah, I don't
uh,
disagree.
and also like WWE, I feel like is more like the corporatization of it,
Hmm.
and I feel like that is more like a 90s, maybe 80s phenomenon. And I get the sense that Bobo Brazil was earlier in the timeline. Uh, like feels like
Uh,
70s feels reasonable, which is why I'm looking at the wrestlers that were from that part of that era.
yeah, yeah, I understand what you're
That's
saying.
my logic.
Gosh, I can't believe he's not on this page. Okay, I think that I prefer the history of professional wrestling over going into one of those individuals.
Okay. All right. I will go there, but only because I know there'll be plenty of wrestlers that we can click on to get out of there. Where is
Yeah.
this link for the history of professional wrestling?
It is down near the bottom. Sorry, I'm trying to get back there myself. I think it might be under the C also. Yeah, it is under professional wrestling under C also. History of
So
professional wrestling.
there is a link to professional wrestling in the United States
Hmm.
under the history in the United States section of the Wikipedia page, but you're not there. You're somewhere else.
No, I'm down under C also. And then there's professional wrestling, and underneath that, history of professional wrestling.
Okay, and that just takes us to the history of all professional wrestling, the whole worldwide, and not just the United States.
You would like to focus in on the US, would you?
Well, wasn't he a wrestler in the US?
Best as I can recall, yes.
All right, so yeah, and this is also going back to like the 1800s.
Yeah, I understand that. All right, so where is this thing that you saw?
All right, so I think that the link. So if you go to the history in the United States section,
Yes.
there is the first. right under that title, it says see also professional wrestling in the United States,
I see it. I see
which
it.
is
Okay, that's what
where
you want to go to?
I think that's going to be a good
All right,
choice.
let's do it. Professional wrestling in the United States.
All right. Oh, look, and there's a list of notable men.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be the same list, I think.
Okay. Well, I don't know. It's got Andre the Giant's on here. Blassie, Fred Blassie. So many.
Yeah,
Um,
and I'm just looking in the so there's the first golden age from the 1940s to 1960s where Gorgeous George gained mainstream popularity, followed by the second golden age in the 80s and early 90s.
just skips right over the 70s.
It sure does seem to.
Okay. Competitiveness has been compromised. A moderate slowdown. Nick Bockwinkel,
Wish I could
Bruno
remember.
Sammartino,
Yeah, I wish I could remember
Rocky
the
3.
Rocky 3. I think we're past. I think we're past it now.
Oh wow, yeah. That is a short section there.
God, Cyndi Lauper's linked on this page.
Yeah.
How do we not have Bo Brazil linked when Cyndi
How
Lauper's
on
on here?
earth, I wonder, who brought us here?
What a terrible choice we've made.
Oh, indeed. Indeed, it is awful.
You got to wonder if it was just on the history of professional wrestling page, you know?
Okay, but if it's not on the professional wrestling in the United States page,
But this
the
isn't the history of. This is just professional wrestling in the United States.
oh man, I feel like you're picking a nit.
Jethro, I have a question for you.
Yeah,
Is it on this page?
I don't see it.
Well, then I will pick all the nits I like.
Okay, wow, wow.
Yeah,
Somebody,
yeah.
somebody, somebody needs to have another sip of German rye,
I'll
I
play.
feel.
Starkhouse.
Yeah. All right. Well, what do you like then? What do you like?
What do I like?
Who do you like? Where are we going?
Ugh.
You don't like this.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
You've made that very clear.
I hate it. I don't know. I see. Now I don't know where to go. I don't know how to get out of here. There's a lot of professional wrestling all over the world.
Yeah.
Wrestling by country. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where to go from here because I don't know. I don't know for sure when he was around and when he was wrestling and who he would wrestled.
So many things that would be helpful for us to know.
There's in professional wrestling, there's the independent wrestling circuit. That's linked on here. Do we think he was independent?
Yeah. I have no idea.
Yeah, yeah.
No, absolutely no clue.
Um,
So I will say that Bruno Sammartino carried the WWF during the 1960s and 70s.
okay.
So Bruno Sammartino would be one I would think that's a place we can go. Now I know you don't like that, and that's fine.
Well, here's what I'm going to tell you, Jethro.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm not going to do a lot of extra research, but I will look at our current spreadsheet, and I can tell you that we went out of Bobo Brazil through Bruno Sammartino. That is the link we took out of his page.
Oh, well, in that case, let's definitely go there.
I mean, it does seem like the way to go.
There you go. I like it.
All
Was
right.
that
So
the
where?
yeah, so under moderate slowdown during the 1948 to 1984 era,
Yep.
um there is a moderate slowdown section, and about the fourth or fifth paragraph down, it starts
Hmm.
off with Bruno Sammartino carried the WWF.
I see him. All
All
right.
right,
Here we go. Back to Bruno.
back to Bruno. There we go. Look at that handsome fella.
Bruno Sammartino, professional wrestler born in Italy.
In the Kingdom of Italy.
Not super surprising.
I did not know that Italy was a kingdom. And he
At
died
that
in
at that
Pittsburgh.
time.
Yeah,
At that
there you
time, it
go.
was.
There you go. All right. Well, here we are, Pittsburgh legend, Bruno Sammartino.
Hmm.
And hopefully any second now, Bobo Brazil. Any just anywhere here, there's gonna be
Oh, does that mean you found him?
I no, I just figured out who can go through the green glass door.
Oh, good.
Um So under Worldwide Wrestling Federation / World Wrestling Federation, 1963 to 1981,
Mm.
there is a first World Heavyweight Championship reign
Yes.
section. In the long paragraph in the thick middle of that is a link to our good friend Bobo Brazil.
Bobo Brazil. There
Brazil.
he is.
Do, do, do,
Bobo
do, do, do. So
Brazil.
born 1924. So
Yep.
yeah, he probably would have been even earlier than the 70s, I would say. He probably would have started like in 1948.
It says his debut was in 1951. He retired in 1993.
Yeah. That's too many years for wrestling, I'm
So he
gonna say.
died in 98. So I said he didn't die that long ago. He died in 98. That's actually a pretty long time ago now at this point. But it doesn't feel that long ago. 1998 feels like it was just happened.
No, there you go.
But it didn't. But you know what did just happen is we did just find Bobo Brazil by traveling through the same page that we left him through.
As
So good for us.
as prophecy foretold.
Yes, but the Pennsic War to acrobatics to professional wrestling in the United States to Bruno Sammartino to Bobo Brazil. That's 5 big links, Jethro.
All
And
right.
what was just below our average for the season?
Yeah.
What did you guess?
I guessed one.
1.
I guess we were gonna find it on the Pennsic War page.
The Pennsic War
And I was
page.
terribly wrong. I was way
You
off.
just didn't want a tie, is what you didn't want.
Who's to say?
Well, you're lucky. I wrote 5. So,
Aha! Look at you, clever fellow.
yeah, clever fellow. I did get it right.
Well
Which
done.
means I do get the points, but it also means that there is no tie to carry over to next season. If
Oh,
next season even happens,
fiddlesticks.
Jethro, we don't even know right now.
We don't even, every season you have to convince me to come back and do this. And every season I let you. And maybe
Yeah.
this is, you know what? Maybe we need to have a big fake fight.
Oh.
So it feels like people are like, oh my gosh, Matt and Jethro hate each other now. Could they possibly even return?
Oh, that's good. That's good. Your suggestion was terrible about
like-
that last one that we
feel
did.
like-
That's
no,
you
Matt-
ruined it.
Matt,
It could have been
Matt,
less.
Matt, we
For-
need to save that idea for a future season, because if we do it now, then people will know that we just thought of it and it's a big fake thing. All right. So don't take my great idea and ruin it by forcing it to happen too early, you idiot. I hate you. I'll never do a podcast with you again.
Stop yelling at me. You're the worst.
But seriously, what goes through the green glass door?
Hey, everybody. Matt Hartman here again for Drunkard's Walk. Thanks so much for listening. And a big thank you again to Jesse L.E. for our theme music and Nick Harmio for our artwork. Well, that is it. That wraps up season 12. I decided to put this at the end of the episode this time because I felt like it was a nice little cap, a nice little ending point for everybody. We really appreciate you all listening. We really appreciate the support that you've given us through Patreon. We want to thank all of our guests this season: Dave Foreman, Quinn Block, Brett Bavar, Mason Dixon, Quinlan McKenzie, Jennifer Hudson. Excuse me, not Jennifer Hudson. She was not on. Jennifer Houston, Cliff Hughes, Ben Young, Jeffrey Weiner, Christy Waycamp, Kay Barry, Blaze Hobden, and Chris Napolitano. So there you go. There's my awesome job at pronouncing people's names. We appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for your topic suggestions and for agreeing to come on and be guests on Drunkard's Walk. We love having people on to talk to. We love having different voices than just our own. Jethro and I love listening to the sound of our own voices, but we love even more being able to talk to other people about new and interesting topics that we've never heard of before. So thanks to all of you. And we love doing this. We hope we can continue to do it. We hope to be back for season 13. But just in case we're not, another wholehearted thank you to everybody. And tell your friends, tell your family, and have a great break, everybody. We'll hopefully see you again soon. Bye. Well, well, well. You stuck around, huh? Hoping to hear something extra at the end of the episode, a little Easter egg, if you will. Well, congratulations, you found it. Here it is, this year's opportunity for a giveaway. Ooh, that's right. A little bit of a giveaway here. So here's what we're going to do. Last season, we asked you to go back and count the numbers of time that we said the word niche in all of our episodes. And I thought about doing that again this season because Jethro really ramped it up. I think we had a lot more niches this season. But I decided, no, that's not the way to go. So instead, we're going to go this way. Here's what you've got to do. We're going to give away a Drunkard's Walk t-shirt. Might be the same t-shirt, might be a different t-shirt. Haven't decided on that one yet. Probably depends on who wins. Christy, we're looking at you. Here's what you got to do. You got to go through and you got to give us a list of all the different drinks that I had this season. So I had a different bourbon or whiskey or rye or something like that every single episode. So I need you to give me a list of all of the different drinks that I had this season. You want to throw in a couple of Jethro's too? That's totally fine, as long as you've got all of mine. Now, here's how you can do that. You can head over to our TikTok account and you can post that you've got the list. Once you do that, send us an email at drunkardswalkpodcast@gmail.com with that complete list. But if you don't post on TikTok first, your list is not eligible for a prize. Ooh, and yes. So what is the purpose behind this? Well, it's a little bit of fun, but it's also so that we can get a couple more people over to our TikTok. I'm not going to lie to you. We're trying to get the social media going a little bit more than it is. So we'd like to have some more viewers over there. So go on over. Let us know you've got your list. Maybe repost or share or something like that. I mean, you can watch one of our videos and share that. You can do that too. You don't have to do, I'm not going to keep track of how many things are posted and reshared and whatever. But if you post that you've got the thing and at us, right, you at Drunkards Walk Podcast, then your submission via email will go into a drawing, and all of those, we will pick one. And you have to submit before the beginning of next season, okay, before we post the first episode of season 13. So there you go. That's where it's at. Good luck, everybody. Have a great break. Have a great holiday. Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.